Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy, Marky Marks Tarot. Yes, I know I'm live. Thank you. Wait, let me check my shit real quick. That sucks. Oh, what? Shit. Hey, Nancy, I'm doing good, sweetheart. How are you? Had a good day today. Everything I wanted to get accomplished, I did. So I consider today a good day. Mm. Hey, Virgo, what's up? Pretty good? Good to hear. Busy, that busy's good. As long as you stay busy, it's good. Yes, I am. Yes. Always. Always. Next year I might be doing it a lot more often. I'm gonna set up a schedule where I'm gonna do it. Still do it part time, but do it like 3 days, like 3 or 4 days a week, where I spend like a couple hours on here. I do like some special weekly readings and shit like that. This year I just want to end off doing what I have to do. And then after that, start the new year off right. Not much, chilling, laying in bed. Sounds good. Last night I left here at like 2:30 in the morning almost. I came on at midnight because I couldn't sleep. Then I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go online. End up staying on here to like 2 hours, 2.5 hours almost. But I had a good time last night. It was pretty fun. Talking a lot of shit as usual. Nancy, I just got your donation. Thank you very much. And you can go ahead and ask your questions. The moon was so big yesterday, but today I can't see it. It's disappeared. There's a lot of clouds out there today. We might be getting a tropical storm this weekend. Tropical storm Philippe is still acting up out there. Might be coming out. I found out the guy I was getting to know was someone pretending to be someone else. Oh, really? I'd like to know if this person was my ex, Richard. So what? The guy that we were checking like was an online guy? Oh, shit. No wonder. Mm. Yeah, that online shit. That's to me that's a no. I don't do that shit unless I'm video chatting with you. See what you gotta do. Let me give you some advice and give anybody advice and whoever's listening. When you do online dating, one of the first things you should do is say, "Can we video chat?" Yeah, it could be. We'll check. But take my advice. Always ask to video chat the person. Once that person video chats and you can see the person, then you can continue. But if you ain't video chatting them and they say no or their phone's broken or they give you an excuse, you cut them off right away. That's my suggestion. That's what I do. As soon as a girl hits me up or says something to me, I don't go on those sites, but sometimes on Instagram, like I'll meet people or whatever, or like they'll ask me for a reading and then I'll be cool with them and stuff. And I'll be like, yeah, well, Let me see what you look like, and let me see if you're actually the person in there and not Snapchat or some bullshit. And let me see. Yeah, trust me, take that lesson and run with it. That's something that you have to do. Once you video chat, you call the person out. See. Hmm. I'm getting like a no. I don't think it's him. Um, what I get is like it's definitely a guy. And this guy is like someone who could be like a scammer or something like that, or just this person. Hmm. Like I'm getting a no that it's not Richard, but I see the guy like, and he's a young guy, and he was like he's trying to invite people online and invite you to chat and talk and stuff, but he knows nothing's ever gonna come out of it. And don't I hope you didn't give him any money because it looks like the person's goal was to get money from you. Like that was their goal was to get some type of material gain, money gain, or like get some type of benefit from you. Yeah, thank God you did it. Because that's what they were aiming to do was to get like money from you and stuff like that. Um, so yeah, this person, I don't think it's your ex to be honest. I doubt it. Um, I'm getting a no, it's not your ex, but I'm getting that the guy it is a guy and he's young and well, yeah, time is time. So I feel like he knows that he's dishonest now, and I know that he knows that it's pretty much done. But it looks like he was trying to further gain some type of money from you or something from you. Like he was gonna. I don't know if he ever said, I'm hard up for money. I can't really pay my bills. I'm trying to work hard. I'm trying to get money. Like looking for sympathy as far as money. So if he was doing that, then he was working his way up to get you to try and give him something. So that could be one of the things that I see here that he's probably trying to do. But I'm getting that it's a young guy and he tried to scam you. But obviously you found out. That's weird. Hey Monique, how are you, sweetheart? How you doing? Sending love and light right back at you. Yeah, oh yeah. That's definitely how it is. Yeah. I still get Nancy that this person is like someone who is thoughtless, careless, like someone who was just, doing it just to aggravate you or to, make you feel a certain way. This person is very childish. Like I get that they're like a young person, you know? Yeah. Like I think that they was like, all right, I'm not getting nothing from her, so I'm gonna move on to the next person. So let me just lie and get it over with, or see what she says, and then that's it. But that's happened to me a few times where girls like, women just talk to me or whatever, and then next thing you know, They're like, oh my God, I had such a bad day. I lost my credit card. Can you please send me money? I'm like, I'm sending you shit. I ain't sending you nothing. I don't know you. I said, well, come on video chat. Let me see what you're looking like. And then they take off. They just disappear. They're like, nope. And I just block and delete them. If you ain't video chatting with me and I don't know you're a real person or you're like not somebody that I think you are, then that ain't happening. Yeah, they ain't got no shame. That's why I don't do online stuff. Like, and it's funny because there was once this woman that got readings from me, right? And her picture online was like, she was good looking. Then when I saw her in person, I was like, what the fuck happened here? Who is this? I even said to her, are you like the person's mom or something? And she's like, no, no. I was like, oh, Snapchat your best friend then. She's like, oh, yeah, yeah. She didn't take it too well, but, I was like, why the fuck you do that? Like, you're not satisfied with the way God made you? You need Snapchat in your life, sweetheart? Like, don't do that shit. Well, Nancy, it's life. Yeah, my day's been good, Monique. It's been a tough day for me. My husband's a Gemini narcissist that takes control of everything. I'm guilty for going along with it. So, long partially, I feel it's like my fault. Yeah, I know. People are so weird, man. It's just, people just can't be like genuine. Sorry to hear that, Monique. You're not the only one. There's 1 in 1 billion people that do that shit. My sister feels the same way about her divorce and her narcissistic husband. Um, it's a part of life. Don't be hard on yourself. I know, people, the thing is, people fall in love, they get married, they have kids, and sometimes they don't. And then sometimes, they last 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, whatever years. And they realize that it's not right. It's not there. And yes, it is our fault. We are to blame for hanging on to people like that. And we are to blame for being with a narcissistic person. We are to blame for taking too many red flags. We are to blame for like doing shit that we thought that was gonna change. But all you can do is forgive yourself for dealing with that person, move on, take care of yourself, self-care, self-love, self-confidence, self-awareness. Everything is about you now. And that's what everybody has to do when they find themselves in that situation. That's my advice, and that's what everybody should do. Never be hard on yourself because of someone else's bullshit and someone else's narcissistic behavior. You got to get away from it, detach yourself from it, and go about your business. Do everything you can to disconnect from that person. That person came into your life for a reason and a season, and go about it. Yeah, it is. Nancy, if you have another question, you can go ahead and ask, sweetheart. But yeah, I don't think it's your ex. I just think it was a scammer, young guy, scammer guy. I'll check something else real quick about your ex. Let me just check something. Yeah. Like I just asked if he like watches you or checks on you in the last 7 days, and it says yes, he does. He still checks on you and watches you and sees what you're up to. But he's more like he's doing it to find out if you have a new person in your life. That's why he's doing it. Yeah. Wow. That's crazy, Monique. Yeah, he still comes around, or the reason why he comes around is to see if you are with somebody else, if you're dating again, if you're with someone new. Um, he wants to, and the reason why he still comes around is because you allow him, and you have good intentions, and he probably wants to see what's going on with you because he wants to find out if you have a new relationship, and it's like making him mad because he wants to see if you're with somebody else, or you tell him, yeah, I'm with somebody else, you better leave me alone. So he fears that you're going to be with someone else. I don't think like he's with another woman. I still think he's still hung up over you, especially if you broke up with him. I'm not sure. I can't remember what the deal was, but if you broke up with him, he's like, yeah. See, that's the thing. I don't really see him like in a relationship with somebody in a serious concrete relationship. That's so crazy. I don't really see him in a relationship. Like I think it's all messed up. I think she realizes what's going on as well. Like he feels like disappointed, and he knows that he hurts women and stuff, but he just like doesn't care. See, that's a sick person. That's a person that's really fucking sick. If he says that he's in a relationship and he finds it difficult to be faithful to her, like what the? Are you kidding me? Like I don't know how people. You know what I mean? Like I said, everybody's different. People are really sick. You know what I'm saying? Like they really are mental. Like they think that having multiple people is like the best thing in the world. Wow, Monique, I didn't know you had 5 kids. Dang, is that maybe new stuff? Where we still keep it around just because. Yeah, Virgo. Yeah, yeah, Nancy. I honestly, I feel like he's not even in a relationship, and he's lying to you. And if he's with this woman, it's not going very well, and that's why he said what he said to you. And I think he tells you that to see if you'll take him back. I honestly see that in the cards here. Like the woman that's dealing with him thinks that he's dishonest and things like that. Hey, Becca, what's up, sweetheart? How you been? Yeah, exactly. And that's why he didn't offer you a relationship and that's why he's not in a relationship right now, because he wants to be free. A lot of people don't want to be in a relationship. Miss you too, sweetheart. I was gonna text you today, but I was so freaking busy, man. 15 girls and one boy. Odysseus. I had one Aquarius and the rest of Geminis. Oh dang. All air sign children. Well, one thing, Monique, is you have your children, you have yourself. They're old enough to take care of themselves at a certain point, and that's one thing. Like I told my sister, like, for a woman should always be worried, taking care of her children. Fuck what the man does and what he says and what he does, you know, and you should always take care of your kids. And who cares about the father if he doesn't want to be in their lives? And I know it's hard. I know it's fucked up because you have all the burden on your shoulders and you have to deal with all the children. But that's what a mother is. She's the bearer of the children and she takes care of them. Like. And like that's why I don't really. I mean, I don't have children, but I have 6 nephews, and they all love me more than their own dad sometimes. I know some of them do. Like I try to be the best uncle in the world, and that's all that matters to me. Like I take care of those boys. I pray for them every day. I give them whatever they need. If they need shit, they're desperate for something. It's hardly ever. Out of the 6, I deal with all of them. I speak to them all. I sit at the same table with them during, functions. Everybody knows my deal with my nephews and stuff. And the ones that I'm dealing with next door, that been living next to and been with since day one, their father abandoned them this year and went to go be with live with a hoe, and cheated on my sister and accused me of doing dumb shit that didn't happen and blah blah blah. And he's a narcissistic fool. And the boys don't even care about him. They've excelled without him. Ever since he left this house, it's been a complete change. Like it's like the devil left hell. It was like the weirdest thing ever. It was like I told my sister, I said, this guy leaves this house soon, we're gonna be free. You watch, everything's gonna change, and that's exactly what happened. I told everybody that I was the only one who was consistent, and I told everybody, look, this guy, he's up to something. He's a fucking weirdo. Like, I didn't even want to read him because he was so toxic, and now everybody sees it. Yeah, exactly, Virgo. Let me tell you something. I have probably some of the most amazing women that come in this room. Not just you guys in here, but I've been on here for 4 years now, and I've encountered some amazing women in here that are divorced, separated, and they have children, and they take care of their children more than they take care of themselves. They put all their love and support into their kids, and they've completely disconnected from the father of the children and gone about their business and made a life for themselves. And a lot of children who are in divorces, they end up coming out amazing, like better than if their parents were together. Unfortunately, that has to happen that way sometimes for people. you know but I know how it is. Like, I know a lot of women in my life, they're in the same boat. They always say, look, I had to leave my husband, he's a piece of shit. He didn't care about his children. Children don't care about him. He did this, he did that. I know women who are beat up by the man, like, and I'm like, fuck, if I would have known that shit, I would have beat his ass. And I can't stand that shit. Like, all that type of stuff, that's a no-no in my world. And I told my brother-in-law, you hit my sisters, I'm gonna hit you. So you better think twice before you hit them, because you're not gonna live after that. I'm gonna beat your ass. And you're not gonna like it. So you can see what it's like to be beaten. So thank God they never did, you know. But there's a lot of things. Sometimes it's money, sometimes it's cheating, sometimes it's beating, sometimes it's just that love disappears, and sometimes the man can't handle the children. There's a lot of pussies out there. That's what I call them. A lot of wanksters and guys who don't want to take care of their children. They know how to make them, but they don't know how to deal with them. And one thing about me, like, I didn't grow up looking at that. My dad and mom wasn't like that. My dad and mom still together till today, 60 years. And they taught us morals and values. And my mom had 4 kids and six grandchildren. She raised all 10 of us. And my dad busts his ass every day to put us in private school, and my sister's in college. We did a lot of things. My dad just went 80, and now I take care of them. I help them in bills. I help them with their home and all sorts of stuff. But a lot of people don't really give a fuck. Like, they don't care. People, like, men, a lot of men are assholes, and they just don't give a shit about their woman and their children, and just say, dump them on them and fuck them. I'll just pay for him and the hell with it. And then some men complain that they have to pay child support. Well, what do you expect, bruh? That's what happens when you're the man of the house. You're supposed to pay the bills. You're supposed to help pay. You're supposed to help deal with your children and your wife. Why you get them? Why you do it? Why you make the kids if you can't deal with them? Fucking idiot. Don't complain about child support. That's your fault. That's your problem. You know? You don't want it? You should have used your condom sense. You idiot. But guess what? Those kids end up growing up to be something great without that piece of shit. You know? That's what I keep telling my nephews. You know, you don't need your dad. You got me. You got your mom. You got your friends. You got your real family over here. Fuck those people. I tell them that all the time. And they know. You know, they say, yeah, you're right, Uncle Mark. I see. And the youngest one told me, you used to say all the time that you didn't like daddy. I said, I don't. I don't like your daddy. Fuck him. And that's why he's suffering and going to suffer a lot more. Karma's going to be his best friend for years to come. If you hear my dog in the background, she's snoring. She's right here, like in the back of me. It's not me making noise. It's my dog snoring. She has such a hard life. Nancy, if you need to know anything else, sweetheart, just let me know. If you want me to check anything else, Nancy. Yeah, see all that love and attention from other women. I don't do all that shit. All right, sweetheart, let me check. Yeah. I just couldn't support us with him paying child support for his other kid. See, that's bullshit, you know? Well, you know what, Monique? Your children are older now. I'm sure they got jobs, and I'm sure they're doing fine. And if they're not to that point, they'll get to their point. They'll get to that point, you know? But, you know, just use this as a lesson learned. You're still young, you know? And I feel like, you know, you can make it happen. Anybody can, you know? Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. Sometimes there isn't a way out, you know? But there always is. You know, you gotta always remember there's always a way out. You have to try it. That's the thing. I tell people don't ever give up and don't ever think you're trapped. Like, cause you can definitely, you know, as a mother of those children, you always have the upper hand. You know, you can burn them. You'll be fucked. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of getting to the point to get them there. Some men do deserve that shit. They do deserve to pay child support. They do deserve to suffer because of what they've done. That's why I don't have no remorse for none of them. Some of them I know get conned and get fucked, you know, from their baby mamas and shit. But, you know, trust me, I know, like, a lot of people, like, they get, you know, in my sister's case, he deserves to pay child support at the maximum because of what he's done. You know, he never paid for those kids. He didn't give a fuck about them kids. You know who paid? You know who put food on that table for years? Me and my sister. He never brought home food. He was always broke. His family's rich, but not him. And every time he got money, he spent it all. You know what I'm saying? And he started a business and went bankrupt. But now he goes around acting like he's a baller. See, I'm gonna fucking expose him when the time's right. But see, sometimes people just expose and fuck their own life up without you even doing anything. So when I was gonna expose him, everything started to happen. So he exposed himself. So I was like, oh good, you done it for me. Cool. I ain't even gotta do nothing. Hey Violet, everything's good. How are you? Well, Monique, you know, the truth sets you free. Nancy said, "Will my ex back off completely?" Well, that's up to you, sweetheart. You got to tell him back off. You got to tell him go away. If you want him around, then he's going to hang around. If you don't want him around, you got to tell him F off and go away and leave me alone. You know, that's up to you. You have the power to make that happen. I feel like he will back off because he has like family situations to deal with. If he has like a younger brother or a younger sister, I think he's gonna hang out with them. So he's gonna leave you alone for a while. I think he's gonna be busy with family stuff because he knows that he's not getting anywhere with you. So that's why he's like kind of looking for family support or sibling support. If this isn't a sibling, this is probably like a best friend of his that's younger than him, or just a person that he trusts and hangs around. Um, but I feel like he will back off in the next 30 days or so, or he won't be that active towards you because he's got family stuff to deal with. He has a younger sister. Yeah, I think he's gonna hang out with his younger sister and her family. I think like she's inviting him to come over and stuff and like hang out with him and to get his mind off of stuff. So I think that's what he's gonna do. And that's why he's gonna back off from you for a bit. So I would say yes, he's gonna back off and he's gonna hang out with his sister or his family, stuff like that. So he won't be that active towards you. But like I said, you can control that. You gotta ask yourself, do I want my ex keep coming around me? Yes or no? If it's yes, then that's your problem, right? If it's no, then tell him, leave me the fuck alone. That's it. Simple. And if he doesn't, then you start threatening him. Say, look, I'm gonna call the police. I'm gonna get a restraining order. Whatever the case may be, don't make me do it because I'll do it. I don't want you around me. Leave me alone. It's simple as that. But that's up to you. If you want him around and you think he's gonna change, then that probably is not gonna happen. But hey, that's up to you. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. I'm just suggesting and giving you advice. If that's what you want to do, that's what you should do. Body, you said I am following the no my monkey's not in the circus rule. Yeah, Violet, I agree with you. I agree with you. And that's what he said about him not being faithful. Yeah. So that's even more reason not to speak to him. Maybe you should block his number and don't let him contact you. You're welcome, Monique. Don't feel like, don't be hard on yourself. The path that you dealt with was the path you dealt with. And you're just one of a billion women that had the same issue. Unfortunately, people fall in love and then they have children and then they make mistakes. But as you as a woman, and my advice to women that have children and have bad marriages and bad baby daddies or baby moms or whatever, my suggestion is to always take care of yourself and your children and never deal with that person again, unless you have to. Obviously, they're the father of the children. You're going to have to deal with them. But if it only when there is a serious situation. Allowing that person to control you or to disrespect you, that's pretty much your fault. It's like Nancy, if you don't contact him, don't allow him to contact you. I have a card in my deck that I made. It says block, delete, and F off. It's that simple. Those are my favorite. That's my favorite card. Because in this day and age, it's so easy to get rid of people. You block them, you delete them. And if they try to call from another number, you just tell them F off and leave me alone and hang up in their ear. They'll get the point eventually. But we control our own lives. We control what happens. So if you can control a person not speaking to you, then that's great. You delete them, you get rid of them, and then they see that you deleted them, so they're like, oh well, it's over. Let me go on to the next. Let me go find another person that I can con or deal with or fuck or whatever. You know, it's yeah, it's one of my favorite cards. So Nancy, it's up to you, sweetheart. It's up to all of you. All of you make your own bed, you sleep in it. It's like me. I tell everybody all the time, you know, I don't have a lot of things that I want, but yeah, I don't like cry over it. I don't care. It is what it is, and I just move on. 6 years ago, I changed my life. I stopped smoking, drinking, stopped going out, stopped hanging out with people that I know I shouldn't be hanging out with. 2 years later, I started this channel, and here I am now. My life is a lot easier and better than it was 6 years ago because I decided to eliminate people out of my life. And it was the best decision I ever made. And I think that everybody, has like this thing where people make you feel a certain way. Who cares what people think? You're doing you. I'm sure that people who critique you and talk shit to you or judge you, their lives aren't perfect. You can pinpoint shit out of their lives too. But why? Why even waste your energy on what people think or how they think of you or what people? You should never worry about what somebody thinks about you. The only person you should worry about who thinks about you is God Himself. He's the one who put you on earth. He's the one, Him and the spirits that have passed away around you. Your ancestors are helping you. You just got to remember that. If you don't understand that, then you're not living in the world. You're delusional. You have help, but you have to do the right things. And then people say, well, what's the right things? Oh, it's not really, it's common sense. Don't do shit that makes you feel like shit. And don't be around people who are holding up a red flag and waving it in your face, You don't need nobody. You just need yourself. It's simple. And that's why I choose to be single, because when I do get myself into a potential relationship, I start to see that person show their true colors, and I'm like, you know what? This bitch is whack. Like, I can't deal with this woman. This woman's crazy. She showed me her true colors. I can't deal with this. And then I just say, you know what? I'm better off by myself. Like, I ain't got no time for this shit. I'd rather just be with my family, my friends, come on here, be spiritual, give my life to God and spirit, and ask them to help me and my family, and it's working. You don't need nobody to complete you. And how many people do you know have this wonderful, perfect relationship where the woman tells you, oh, my man is the fucking best. I know he's honest. I know he don't cheat. And how many women, say that about the man, and how many men say, hey, look, my wife is the best, man, I can only count a handful of people. It's sad, but it's true, though. We have to face reality. The way the world is now, it was the way the world was back then, and I don't care what anybody says. People were cheating back then. Before we were all born, people were cheating. There was divorce. There was marriage. There was fathers abandoning their children. There was, single moms. That shit was happening way before our time. Trust me. People say, oh, it's worse now. No, it ain't. It's been like that. It's been like that. Believe me when I tell you. Because my dad, we did a family tree thing, right? A project for my nephew. And my dad said that his great grandfather had 2 wives, and he had 2 sons. One was my grandfather, and one was my uncle, my grandfather's brother, and he had brothers and a brother and sister from the other marriage. So we don't even know who the fuck these people are. You see what I'm saying? And that was 100 something years ago. So don't feel bad. This is generations of bullshit. We're human beings and we all make mistakes. You know? No one falls in love and has a beautiful life. That shit's rare. It happens, yes. It has happened, yes. But you always gotta go through bullshit. Nobody promised you a perfect life and a perfect wife. Nobody promised you nothing. You're here to live on earth. Be grateful, live your life, have fun, and don't get yourself in positions where you wish you weren't here. When I hear people say, I wish I wasn't on earth, or I wish, that's why we have so much suicide and shit. And it's sad. I hate that. I hate that people take their lives. I wish I could stop every person from doing it. But that's the path that they're on. That's the life they chose. Yeah, it's the way it is. But you have to realize that it's a label. It's a program that the world put on you. A man and a woman. I'll break it down to you very simple. You're born, right? One thing you're guaranteed is death. As soon as you pop out of that coochie in the hospital, that doctor cuts that umbilical cord or however the fuck it is, right? The first thing you're guaranteed is death. It might be a year, 2 years, 10 years, 100 years that you live. Who fucking knows? But you're on the list as soon as you're born. When you're a baby, right? You drink milk. You start to learn how to walk, crawl, whatever, run. You learn how to do things. You taste different foods. You go to nursery. Then you go to school. And then when you're in school, people embed things in your mind. Oh, you have to be nice. Don't be naughty. Oh, you have to do this. You have to do that. You better do your homework. You better not. You have to graduate, because if you don't graduate and you become a dropout, you're a piece of shit. You're not going to make it nowhere in life. That's not true. They feed you lies your whole life. But, they're doing what they think is best for you. But you don't really have a choice until you become an independent person. Like when you become at an age where you say, I don't give a shit. I'm doing what I want to do. And some people that happens early, some people that happens late. And some people have control freak parents that make you do shit and you have no escape. Or Monique said, she felt like she's stuck because of her control freak husband, just like my sister said the same shit. And then you get to the point, or you get to your judgment day where you finally get to break free from Satan. Simple. But some people take longer than others. But this whole world is a program. It's to see who does what the world wants you to do, or what people want you to do. When the hell are you going to do what you want to do? And that's why when I was 17, I had 2 more years, because I stayed back in grade 9 and I redid grade 9. And my dad didn't want me to leave school because I wanted to leave. I was like, get me out of this hellhole, man. I went to a Catholic school, private school, so it's not my choice. I told my dad, I don't want to be here. This fucking place is like the worst place ever. They hate men. It's old nuns teaching me. These women don't like men. They don't like dick. You know what a nun is? Okay? The only man they love is Jesus. That's it. They don't love me. They don't give a fuck about me. They don't care about my education. These women are crazy. My dad don't know. See, he weren't there. My mom didn't care. She was like, you better go to school. You have to graduate, blah, blah, blah. I was like, look, fuck you all. I'm leaving. When I was 17, I had enough. I told my mom and dad I'm not fucking going back to school. I hate this place. I don't care about graduating. You can call me whatever you want. I don't give a shit. 17 years old, I went to a gas station. I got a job. I became an apprentice mechanic because at the gas station there was a garage. The guy took me on as his apprentice. He taught me how to be a car mechanic. I ended up being the manager of the store and making money while all my friends, not all my friends, but most of my friends were in college. I was making money. I don't give a fuck. I didn't need college. I didn't need school. I'm different. I didn't need that shit because it wasn't for me. And it's still and never going to be for me. But I don't tell my nephews, oh, I left school at 17 and made it, so can you. So get the fuck out of school. I never say that shit. I tell them, look, you're better off graduating. You don't want to come out here and do this bullshit work out in the hot sun like me. And they're like, you're right, Uncle Mark, fuck that. You're over here sweating, cutting grass and painting and doing electrical, all this bullshit work, lifting this, doing that, construction. Oh, hell no. They all want office jobs after looking at me. They're like, no, fuck that. That's what it, no, fuck that. And then after, when I was like 21 years old, I got fed up. I didn't want to do mechanics no more, so I went into construction. I met this guy that was working for the guy that my boss. He taught me how to do electrical. I really love doing electrical. And then I've been doing electrical for 25 years now. And I have my own business. Last month made 16 years I've been on my own. See? If I can do it, anyone can do it. But some people have to go to college. Some people have to graduate. Some people have to get those credits and whatever the fuck you get. Go for it. I'm never going to disrespect you or look at you different because you got more education than I did, but you can't do electrical like me. So we were different. I chose to do something and you chose to do something. I'm not going to hate on you because you're making more money than me sitting down in front of a computer. I could care less. You're going to hire me to do your electrical. You see what I mean? And that's the thing. Everybody has a different path. You should never regret anything you've been through. Everything you've been through should be a lesson for you to live, a lesson for you to learn. You learn and live through that lesson and never go back to the bullshit that you dealt with. You're not to blame, but you should blame. You should take accountability for your actions, your stupidity, and what you did wrong. You learn from it. Now, if you keep staying in the same place and doing the same dumb shit, then that's your fault. I can sit here and tell you, look, you should not do this, you should not do that. This is my advice. And then you come back in there and say, oh, well, I still ain't done what you said, but can you check this or can you do that? And I'm going to be like, okay, cool. I'm not going to judge you. I don't care. I can't force you to do something that I would do. I'm not going to force you ever to do something that I do. I don't care what you do. I really don't. You do whatever makes you happy. And if you're doing something that's not, you're not supposed to be doing, what do you want me to do? Beat your ass or not speak to you again? I don't care. You do what you want. You'll eventually learn. Just like I did. So, people used to tell me all the time, Mark, don't do that. Mark, don't do this. You shouldn't drink anymore. You shouldn't smoke weed. You shouldn't smoke cigarettes. That shit's bad for you. You should do this. You should do that. I'm like, I don't give a fuck what you think. I'm doing what the hell I want. And then on my own, I said, you know what? All right, now it's the time for me to settle down. I need to take care of myself, Well, I didn't care about what those people said. I did it for me. I didn't do it for them. So the moral of the story is do what's best for you. What's best for you might not be best for me or anybody else. It doesn't matter. You got to do what's best for you. If you're a woman with kids, my suggestion, do what's best for you and your children. And one thing that I know God loves is a good mother and a good mother to their children. If you're a shitty mom, you're probably going to hell. If you're a shitty dad, you're going to go to hell. And rightfully so. That's my opinion. Don't take it, too bad. Hey, Becca, welcome back. I hope KK is doing good. I know the Bible is a lot of controversy, but there's a verse in there that says, a man who doesn't take care of his family doesn't love God, doesn't love himself. And that's true. So the people who abandon their families and treat their children and their wife and their baby moms bad, there's a place for you. It burns 24/7. Simple. You need a good electrician? Yeah. If I was there, I'll hook you up. Let me tell you, I honestly can say I've done probably just as much work for money, whereas work as free work. Because I have the mentality that if the more I do for people, the more God will see my goodness and save me from, from myself, and make me realize that, it's not always about money. It's not always about work and fame and glory and getting credit, Yes, you need it. He provides me with work when I need it from people who can pay me. But if somebody can't, I'm always willing to help. And people know that from on here anyway. So, and that's how I am. I give, I receive, I believe, and that's all that matters to me. I really could care less about anything else. Yeah. I wish everybody was like that, but not everybody is. But that's my wish, is for everybody to be, good to people. Like, stop fucking around. Stop worrying about everybody else. Stop worrying about what somebody's doing. Who cares what somebody's doing? Just live your life. Live your life and do what's best for you. Who fucking cares what they're gonna think? And that's why next year I really think and feel, and I think I'm gonna do it finally, is I'm gonna like show people who I am. Just like I show you guys on here, I think I'm gonna do it locally, and I don't really care what people think. Because being a psychic, and here is like, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, you're full of shit. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. Yeah, you can't predict this, and you can't, da, 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 da. I'm gonna get, people are gonna say stupid shit, and I'll tell them, I can't read everybody. I'm not God. Is God and Jesus for everyone? No. Some people don't believe in God. Some people don't believe in Jesus. Some people worship Satan. Some people are Buddhists. Some people are Catholics, Protestants, just like me. If you don't like psychics, then fuck you. I don't care. There's a lot of shitty psychics in this world. There's a lot of wannabes and know-it-alls. If I'm the right person for you and we connect and I predict things for you, great. If I don't, move on to somebody else. It ain't my fucking problem. If you paid me and it was wrong, prove it was wrong first, and then I'll give you your money back. And I bet you won't come to me and prove nothing. There you go. You have a nice day. And if you really are hard up for your money, I'll give it back to you. It's not a problem. Because my life don't revolve around papers and coins. But I bet you'll get karma. And you probably won't like it. And you'll probably say, Mark did voodoo on me because as soon as I left his office and got a reading and I told him I wanted my money back and I was lying to him, guess what happened? My car got 2 flat tires. I fixed them and I got another 2 when I left. Yeah. It's for entertainment purposes, all right. You know why people say that? Because when they're wrong, that's the excuse. It's entertainment. A lot of people are going to be wrong. I'm going to be wrong too. I never claimed that I'm the best. I never claimed that I can read everybody. I never claim anything. If I was the best, I'd have 1,000 people in here and I'd be shuffling 24/7. And everybody would know me. And I'm only the best for people who, I'm only the best for people who constantly come to me and say, Mark, everything you say is true. And that's because we have a connection through our spiritual realm, and spirit trusts me to tell you the truth. It's simple. Some spirits are like, no, don't tell him nothing. I don't want him to know that answer. Fuck that. That ain't happening. Sorry. Mark, you're going to have to deal with some bullshit right now, but oh well. You can handle it. Yeah. I honestly, some people look at me and say, this guy's crazy. He should keep milking this person for money and taking their money. And I say, no. I don't want your fucking headache. I don't want you to be my headache. I want you to be a client and a friend, but you ain't going to be my headache. If you come in here and aggravate me and want me to check shit every fucking day and all that, no. I'm going to tell you, look, you're addicted to this shit. This is not good for you. You're not going to aggravate me. You can go aggravate somebody else. I don't need your money. I don't need your time. And I don't need you giving me a headache. You really do not need this shit. Make your own decisions. Simple. I give it to you straight. I'm not the type of person that's going to tell you need a reading. I'm not going to call you behind the scenes and tell you like, oh my God, I got this spirit come to me, he's this and that. You better come get a reading from me. I know people that do that shit, but not me. That ain't happening. You don't need it. Like, yes, you do. Sometimes you can find out things or get confirmation of your intuition and your instincts. That's good to do sometimes. And sometimes people just want to hear the truth, and then you get it. And then sometimes you get bullshitted on and then you go crazy. I see it all the time, but me, fuck that. I don't want to disrespect nobody. I don't want karma. Hell no. I don't like karma. Mm-mm. Yeah, exactly. All the answers we need are within. You're absolutely right. I agree with you. But then some people would say, well, why you have a tarot channel? Why you do tarot for people? And I tell people the reason I do it is to help people. Because some people's intuition is doubted. People doubt their intuition because nothing goes right. And they have to listen to people. They have to hear somebody say something to them. What works for me, for a lot of people, my connection to a lot of people is mediumship. Not cards. Cards is cool. I can read you and all that shit. That's fine. But when I give you a mediumship reading, it's on another level. That's like something that you only you know. How can I possibly know about your ancestors? Right? They're coming through me to give you a message. Take it or leave it. You know what I'm saying? That's what gives people more awareness and confidence that this shit is real, but you just got to find the people that you connect with. It's simple. You can go to 10 psychics and get 10 different answers. I've done it many a times. I can go on TikTok right now and I'll copy and paste a question, a yes no question. And I bet if I go in 10 readers' room, I'm going to get 10 different answers. Or I'm going to get 6 out of 4 are going to say yes, and the other 4 are going to say no. Because that's what happens. You can go to you can go to 10 grocery stores, get the same item, and sometimes those items are going to be outdated, more expensive than the other place, or some place ain't going to have it. Yeah, exactly. But everybody has a tool. You know what I'm saying, Becca? Everybody has tools, right? But it's how you use them. It's how you present it. It's how you show it. Like the magician card, the guy has a table with all these tools. He can do anything, right? But you can use those tools in a bad way, or you can use it in a good way. And that's the thing. You gotta cipher out the good and the bad, because life is good versus evil. Okay, Monique, take care, sweetheart. All right, no problem. Yes, I'll be around. Always a pleasure to talk to you, sweetheart. Keep your head up high and do what's best for you and your kids. Well, like I've always told you from the jump back, and some people take this shit too serious. Some people like make fun of it. Some people like drain you. Some people disrespect you. Some people use you. Some people you're dead on for them, and you're like, wow, this is so cool. Like, I can't believe I can read this person every time they come in my room and they praise me, they love me. They appreciate my messages, they appreciate the spiritual connection between us. Like certain people have an amazing connection, and they're your client forever, or you're their friend forever, and it's just the way it is. And sometimes, you just have to cipher out the bad ones. And every now and then, the bad ones will creep in. It's simple. You just have to separate it. Once you separate it, all's good. Got to be smart. That's all. That's why daddy will always teach you the right things. Okay, daughter? How's KK? I asked you earlier, but I know we started talking. How's KK doing? He's better? Good? Okay. Not good? Oh, man. That hurts my heart. I don't like when kids aren't doing good. That like, it makes me want to like do something, but did did BD go pick him up for a change, or no? It's still you. He did? Okay, that's good. But it didn't make a difference. Mm, mm. That's crazy. Mm. Does he watch anything on TV that he's never watched before? Like when he's home with you, does he watch like aggressive cartoons at all? Yeah, I remember you saying, yeah. You restricted his phone. Yeah. But I'm saying, does he watch TV? Like, does he watch any like cartoons? Like, do you know if he watches any aggressive things? Like, do you watch him watch things? I know he doesn't do it with you at home, but like, I'm just like asking. Because sometimes, like, cartoons have, hitting people and things like that. And then, like, honestly, like Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd and, Daffy Duck, and they used to like shoot each other and, beat the shit out of each other and crack each other fucking pots and pans. And Tom and Jerry used to kill each other almost. So those cartoons, even though it's funny shit, they think it's funny too by slapping somebody or doing shit too. Kids when I was growing up, I tried my mom, and if she saw shit like that on the TV, she put on Sesame Street. Sesame Street didn't have nobody beating nobody. So we watch Sesame Street and the Muppet Babies and all this fucking trash. Like she saw Bugs Bunny, she'd say, "This rude bastard. He's over here fucking shooting Elmer Fudd and shit. Road running and fucking uh coyote blowing up each other's ass and shit like that. That's corrupt cartoons, you know what I'm saying? That's why the world's all fucked up. I ain't lying, like that shit can affect children, you know? They're like, yeah, this fucker's getting on my nerves. All right. That's why all these kids are shooting people and carrying on, man, watching all that crazy cartoons. I know he is, but he's being affected by the energy. I keep feeling that. There's something going on with the energy there. And then my other question is, which I don't even want to ask, but did you do what I tell you to do? The only way he's gonna be free or cured of that is you gotta keep on top of the those things, Yeah, the seesaw bath is very good. It takes away the negative energy away from. Tell me something. Would you consider like getting him like a chain like this with like a cross on it? You think he'll break it or he'll do something to it? You think he'll like that, or you think that's not a good idea? That's another thing you can do. Keeps him protected. The devil don't want to look at that. That's why I wear my chain almost every day. He'll chew it. Any other thing that I can suggest you to do, but like I said, it's up to you. Like you can go to the church and get some holy water. Get some holy water in a bottle. Take a empty water bottle, and go to the church. And they should have like a fountain there where you can get the holy water, or you can buy the holy water from the church place. So if you have a church near you, doesn't have to be just a church that has holy water. You can knock on the door and tell the priest, "Look, I want to buy some holy water. Can I get some in a bottle?" You know, I recommend that a lot. I do it every day. I have a bottle of holy water upstairs, right next to my bed. When I wake up in the morning, boom, boom, boom. That's it. Every day, every single day. But if you do that every day before he goes to school, you'll find a difference. Trust me. But like I said, you got to make the effort to I'm not saying you're not making the effort, but you got to make that extra spiritual effort, because I feel like that's what he needs. He needs to get that negative energy away from him. Because if he only acts like that at school, it's at school. The energy is at school. So when you go to school, you got to be protected. So you have to protect him before he gets there. So my advice is, if he's gonna mess around with the chain and the cross, the only other thing you can do is put the holy water on him. Burgers. I'm being serious, yeah. I listen, this worked for my nephews. My nephews had the same problem, When my sister started blessing them, she was like, "I hate you, Mark. You're always right when it comes to things." I said, "Look, man, you gotta be consistent. You gotta do that shit every day. The devil's waiting for that day you fuck up or you don't remember. And if you're not doing it now, then you have to, because he's been zapped. They're kids. They're vulnerable to negative energy. They're targets for negative energy. And when they have, issues like autism and things like that, they're more of a target, unfortunately. And that's what hurts my heart to know, like, that he's suffering like that. The angel advice decks. Are you serious right now? I'm giving your angel daddy is giving you advice. You just gotta take the damn advice. I think I told her myself. And then I can scroll up and you just said, "Look, uh, uh, cards ain't gonna solve your life." Yes, Becca, I actually have no, see, look, the angels are always there. You gotta put in the work. You gotta go get that holy water, because that's the only thing that's gonna help. You gotta defend him for him, right? I'm just trying to help you out. Look, you don't want my help. It's cool. It's all good. Sorry, I ain't enough. Listen, please, tomorrow, go to the church and go get some holy water. Mark my words. Trust me. Have I ever steered you in the wrong direction? Ask yourself that. All right, I have a deck here that is postcards from spirit, all the way from Angel World. A postcard in here has your name on it, Becca. What am I gonna do with you? What am I gonna do with you, woman? I haven't seen your mom in spirit lately too, so that's kind of telling me something as well. We'll see what the angels have for you. See what postcards you get. I don't know if I've ever pulled you one of these. Oh, there you go. See, you did it to yourself. You got to realize you got to put in the work. They're going to help you, but you have to help yourself. You can't just expect Spirit and God to do everything for you. Like, you got to do the work as well. You got to meet them halfway. You got to show them that you care and believe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I can't force you to do nothing, but my suggestion is to go get the holy water. That's your only hope, in my opinion. And if it works, you owe me a free reading. All right. Your postcard is You Are Love. See, there's a baby boy there with some angel wings. See? Dear Becca, aka Pain in the Ass. Even though life seems now to be moving full steam ahead, it's a time to rest, allow ideas to flow through you, and take root in your heart before they reach your mind. Honor this process by becoming empty to allow for inspiration and magic of the dreaming. You might feel lazy or unproductive, but we know better. Just as sleep is a way to recharge before renewal, so are you in a time for dreaming. In this powerful process of your creation, your soul merges with spirit in a profound way so you can receive your music directly from the source and play your part in the symphony of life. Blah, blah, blah. You are being invited to bear witness in the great creation and tune in to what others can't hear. We have so many dreams to share with you in the sacred and in the invisible. Don't worry, we will wake you when it's time to return with a new dream. No need to set an alarm clock. Love you always, Spirit. Now, you want me to tell you what it says in English, or you're good? In English, it's saying, stop living in dreamland and face reality, right? You know the truth. You know Spirit's helping. You know you're getting help, but you have to do your part. Life's moving full steam ahead. Yeah. You just said you feel disappointed. You feel disconnected. This says here, you know, you may feel lazy or unproductive, but you know better. You know? So it also said, like music, you're in the band and you have to, you're in the symphony, you know? Like you're a part of the group, you know? So in order to be part of the group, you got to do your part. Yes, I understand that. But like you said, he can't tell you what's wrong because of his condition, right? So he's still a young boy, you know? So you have to, as a mother, you're doing what's best for him, right? Right. Right, but that's okay. Things can change. Listen to me. I've watched all my nephews go through the same bullshit. My sister will come home. I want to cut his ass. He's so fucking rude. He was in school. He did this and he did that. And I said, look, did you bless him today? No, I fucking forgot. I lost hope. I don't give a shit about that. Nah, 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 nah. And I said, why you post shit up on the internet with these kids? Why you post them up for? You know, those evil eyes are looking at them. Oh, shut up. That shit don't exist. Nah, 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 nah. I said, all right. Don't listen to me. I don't know nothing. I don't have kids. I don't know fucking nothing. I just have spirit telling me what to do, tell you what to do, but you don't listen. But you want me to read you. All right. Yes, but the rough patches can be turned around because nothing's set in stone. So you have to make sure it doesn't set in that, it doesn't set that way. See, when he's like that, you got to reverse the trend. You got to find a way to make it different. It's just like us. If we feel like shit, it's probably something that we ate. So you're like, fuck, I just started eating chips. So that's what's giving me heartburn. So I got to stop eating chips. Then you stop eating chips. So you know you ain't got heartburn no more. So you're good. So you know not to eat that shit again. It's the same thing with the kids. The kids have no voice. Yes, I understand that. So unfortunately, that's the case, right? I understand that's fucked up. And I know that's a situation that I don't wish on anybody. But the best thing and the best advice I can give you is always find solutions of communication. Remember, I told you a while ago to use symbols to communicate with them? That's what you have to do. Listen, he has a brain. His brain has to function in a different way. There's always a way out. One thing about me, I'm not like everybody else. I always know there's a way out. There's even in my fucking dreams, I'm always trying to find a way out of that damn dream. I'm always trying to find a way out of that maze that I'm in. I'm always even in regular life, I'm always trying to find a way out, a better way, something to happen, something that's gotta work. And I just think and think and think, and I'm like, something's gotta work. And bang, it works. Let me tell you something. I've healed so many children. I've gave so much advice to parents about their children, and I always want to help children more than I want to help adults. Because adults have a brain to help them damn selves. Children, they're still developing their brains and their skills in their life. And when they're autistic, in your case, it's even worse. Because then you have to find another way of communication. You have to find another way to make things happen. And it can happen, but you can't lose hope. You can't expect things to just miraculously happen. You've got to find another way. You got to keep trying and keep trying and keep trying until you find the right thing. That's my advice. And I'm not saying you're not doing it. I'm saying that you can do it, and that just like that card say, we know you know better. You can do better, but you just don't want to. So there's always a better way. Stop dreaming and make shit a reality. You know what I'm saying? So if you know he's going through a bad situation here, try and solve it. And I'm not saying you're not trying to. The school's not going to solve the situation. You got to solve it. See, it's your, if no one wants to help your son, you got to help him. And rightfully so. You know what I mean? Like, I just wish that everything would work out. But, that's why I ask about him and always, send my energy towards him to try and make him better. But I can only do so much. Spirit can only do so much. Now it's you got to put your backup power in there and make it happen. You made a good step by having BD, come with you to the meeting and step in, that's good. That's a great step. And I told you to do that. And that's fine. But now that's a good step. Yes, because you got more energy involved, right? So, but if it's still not working, then now you have to try another method. And if all fails, it's probably the place he's going to. That's usually what it is. But my question is, like, does he ever complain or like says he doesn't like the school or like does he like refuse to go there? Yeah, I know, I know. Yeah, it's I don't know, man. That's fucking difficult. How good is he when he looks at symbols and signs? Does he know his colors like red, blue, green? Like he knows his colors and shit? Yeah, yeah. Like for instance, if you say to him, "Do you like school?" What would he do? Yeah, I understand. Yeah. Look at this dog. She's hanging off her bed, and her ears are up in the air like a bunny rabbit. Virgo, you want a message, sweetheart? If you do, just let me know. It's just something else. The only other thing I can suggest back is like I did before, like try and use symbols or signs or colors to get an answer out of them. There's got to be a way, you know? Like, for instance, like if you say, Caden, you know, do you like, do you want to go to school? Like, point to the red circle. If you don't want to go back to school, then point to the green square. Something like that. I don't know if like you can try that with him if you understand that or not. I don't know. Like I don't know. I always have that in my brain with him. Like I feel like he'll give you an answer through a symbol. And I keep getting that. I honestly like I see him like and I see him pointing at something to tell you an answer. Because that's what like no, I'm not deaf kids. That's what like kids do that don't want to talk. They'll point to things. They'll be like, language. Like spirit, that's what they do with me. If I can't hear them, they'll point to shit or show me a symbol. So if he can't talk, he still has his four other senses: smell, taste, feel, hear. If his voice ain't coming out, his other everything something else can work. See what I mean? I don't know if I'm making sense, but no, I'm not saying you are. I mean, I know you're not going to give up on him. I know you, and I don't want you to give up, and I know you won't. And I'm not giving up either. As you can see, I'm trying to give you all the ideas I possibly can because something's got to work. You know, that's how I've been my whole life. Like I always try shit and try different things. Yeah, I guarantee he will. I guarantee he will. Yeah. He's still young, see? He'll be fine. Let me tell you something real quick. Look. My two nephews next door, right? When their dad was living here, he used to smoke all the time. And he used to smoke inside the garage area and in his little man cave. And the smoke used to travel through the house, or the kids would go see him over there and be like, fuck, it stinks over there. And they used to get asthma. Since he left this house in April, those kids ain't had no asthma attacks, and they don't even use their asthma pump. See what I'm saying? Just like that, something gets solved. So that's what I'm trying to say is people say, oh, you're born with asthma, or you got this, or you got that. You know, how's we gonna get over a pump, this and that? Look, their dad left. They don't smell smoke no more. They don't have asthma no more. What other explanation is there? See what I'm saying? Yeah, all that throat chakra Reiki, it could work. But sometimes, you know, I don't like I said, I have my doubts about things like that. But hey, if for him it might work. But honestly, I see him in front of a book pointing to things, and I know that that's what he does. Spirit shows me him in front of a book pointing to symbols, and this isn't the first time I've seen him do it. But he's shy, like it's like almost like he's like got his hand on his head, and then he's like thinking about the question, and then he's like, "Yeah, it's this." Like he'll take a minute, and then he'll be like, "Yeah, I want to make sure I say the right thing, or I point to the right thing." Like, you know, that's the thing. And once he gets confident, once you validate that he's saying the right things, then that can be his way of communication. And then he's gonna be like, fuck pointing to this shit. I'm gonna say it. You see what I'm saying? So like that can really help. Symbols, signs can lead to those things. All right, Burger, let me see what I got for you. All right, Virgo, you're seeing synchronicities for a reason. Spirit is trying to tell you something. Someone new is coming in your life, a friend or a lover. Ooh. And if you believe, you will receive. Here you go, Virgo. I like that. And on the bottom, you got know your worth and remember that. Oh, I see. Big Daddy's finishing up the bathroom tomorrow. He's probably gonna smell the seat. He's probably gonna be like, "Let me see what she's got in the hamper." Little does he know, BBC has left the building. Yeah, I know you told me. You said that they're redoing the bathroom. That's nice. and you said that the guy, he said he wanted to ask you on a date. Well, guess what? What, Virgo? You got phone slap? Don't tell me you got phone slap. All right. Let me see what my message is. He carried in my groceries. Oh, my dear. My message is everything happens for a reason. Hell yeah. Stay positive so positive things happen to you. And my last card is use your condom sense. Every single time. And I was like, yes, sir. Oh, yeah. See that? He wants to get in. He sees that booty. He's like, yeah, I want to tap that. I see synchronicities, but also I'm talking to someone new. That guy I told you from work. Oh, see? I told you go after him. Fuck that other woman. And she's like, he likes you. He wants you. See? There you go, Virgo. That's what's up. See that? On Thursday? Your birthday is the 5th? I thought it was later on. I didn't realize you were on the 5th. Shit. Yay. Back again, 23. Damn. 23 in 2023. OMG. I'm double your age. Holy shit. I wish I was 23 again. Wow. 23, I was out of control. Oh my God. 23, I was a beast. Oh my dear. Oh, funny I can go back in a time machine. I was just going with the flow, and the person that's meant for me will make it happen with me. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there you go, Virgo. That's cool though. Hey, you never know. You were out of control. How? Oh boy. Well, I was out of control because around when I was 23, I was like in a state of mind where I got so tired of like trying to find the right woman. Like I had a lot of relationship issues back in the day. Like when I was with my high school girlfriend and then we broke up, that kind of like really destroyed me inside. And then I was like, you know what, man? Fuck these bitches. I ain't worried about them. Like, I'm just gonna find another woman. And then I end up dating her best friend. And I was like, Mark, this is stupid. Like, this looks like the Young and the Restless. Like, come on, bro. And then I was like, cool, I didn't want to do that. So I ended up trying to find someone else. Like, I always felt like I had to be in a relationship or I wanted to find one because I was 23 and I needed like a woman. I want to get married. I want to have kids. That shit was embedded in my brain. And then every woman that I dealt with, they were just like, they just threw their coochie at me. And I'm like, fuck, man, I don't know. If I don't do it, like, I'm a pussy. Like, I might as well take it, fuck it. And that's why I was saying I was out of control around that age. 22 and 23, I was out of my mind. I was like, yeah, fuck bitches, get money. That's what my life was like because I was so hurt inside, wanting to find like the right woman and thought I had the right woman, and then they all like go crazy. But hey, here I am 23 years later, and I'm still not married, still don't have kids. So it's just not meant to be. You know what I'm saying? And I accept it. It's cool. Like, yeah, my hormones were through the motherfucking roof. But I would honestly, I'll be honest, like I was always hated on. Like I always had like some fine ass woman, like, and because I was a popular guy, I was like a really good DJ here. So like here, like there's different crews, different peoples, different races, different nationalities. So like I took care of like my type of people, and like so I was like the best in my category. So I was a popular guy when I was that age. And I just got out of the army too. Oh my dear. I was hungry for coochie all day, every day. So around that age, it was out of control. You're welcome, Virgo. No problem. I'm glad the new guy's there, and you're seeing the synchronicities and all that stuff. I try to be psychic on Mondays. And baby daddy's your age too. Yeah, that's cool. You want BBC all the time. Well, in that age, you definitely will. You definitely will. Air signs always want sex. Air signs need to be fueled. You know, air. We need to breathe. We need coochie. We need D. We need sex. I'm still like that. I still want it, but unfortunately, sometimes you got. That's why I got that card. Use your condom sense, because spirit knows me. These women, they be coming to me. I just gonna have to, use my condom sense. That's simple. Hey Ninja, how you doing? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I don't know. I consider myself very lucky, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not ashamed to say it on here. Like I'm very lucky not to like have some kid from some hoe that I don't know, or I was always very cautious in how I had sex with anybody. With who it was. Like I'm very like smart when it comes to that. Like I don't really get carried away or be reckless when I'm with somebody sexually. Oh nah, it's never too late. Let me tell you something. I'm never gonna give up on trying to find the right person and be in a relationship, or those type of things. For a man, it doesn't matter. Like you guys don't really some guys will take it no matter what. I know guys that are 50 years old and had their first child. You know, I'm 46. Yeah, see, there you go. Yeah, my granny had my mom and she was 42. So you never know. You know what I'm saying? You never know. So I'm always optimistic. I'm always thinking that it might happen one day, and if it doesn't, it's cool. Like I'm not really obsessed with that type of thing like I used to be. When I was in my 20s, like I was like, I gotta find a woman. I gotta get married. I gotta have kids. I'm 20 something. Like I gotta do it. So I was like, I wasn't desperate, but I was like always trying to seek a decent woman and a decent relationship. And then when I got into a relationship, it'll fall to pieces within a matter of time, because I'll be like, fuck, I can't be with this woman. She's fucking crazy. All she wants is dick. She don't want no kids. She don't want to get married. She's out of her damn mind. You know? I never found like no decent wifey material. It's always like some hoe, like, or some woman that's out of control or crazy or doesn't want a relationship. She just wants D. I'm like, all right, well, here you go. It is what it is. But I'm different now. I'm a lot like for the past couple years I've been like completely focused on myself and not worrying about being with a woman and like focusing my life on some sescapade. It's different. It's difficult, man. Some people just that's why that saying's out there, age is just a number. Because sometimes like people find their best life when they're older, and some people find their best life when they're younger. You know, look what Monique just said. She got married when she was 18 and she's 39 now with 5 kids. You see what I'm saying? And there's some people that are 39 that don't have kids and want kids and will try right now for it, you know? And they wouldn't care. They would love it. See, that's the thing. Like everybody's life is so different. Some people start young and some people like have their best life and when they're older. You know, as far as love, you know, some people have a great. I had a great life when I was young. Anyway, I had a bull. I ain't gonna lie. And when I was younger, I traveled a lot. Like I had balls to travel anywhere. I went all over the place. I didn't give a fuck. I wasn't scared to travel anywhere or any place or go wherever. I didn't care. But now I'm like, I feel like I don't want to go travel nowhere. I don't feel like doing nothing. I just want to be home and just like leave me the fuck alone. I'm a lot different now than I have been. Like because I done so much when I was younger, I don't feel like doing the same thing anymore. Like I just don't feel the vibe. Like I just don't want to travel all over the place anymore. I'm just tired of that shit. I feel like I've done what I needed to do and I just like being home and just like relaxing. Cause when I was younger, I was never home. I was out 24/7. I couldn't even be home. Home was just to like piss shit, eat, sleep, and goodbye. I'll be working all day, all night, or I'm going out all day, all night. And that was like in my 20s and 30s. But now, ever since I reached 40, I have this thing where I just don't feel like doing anything anymore. I don't want to travel. I don't want to go nowhere. Like, I just don't care. I just don't feel like going anywhere. I just want to be home with my family, my dog, my friends, you know, just be here. I want to like be home and just chill, you know, enjoy my life because I was always on the go, like always going. People never saw me home. I was always out in the public eye. Now, no way in hell. I'm like, fuck that. I'm staying in. Yeah, a lot of people say the same thing. A lot of people my age say, look, Mark, I don't go nowhere. Like everybody's like, you haven't been away in almost 4 years now. You don't want to go away. I'm like, no. I want to, but I don't really care. Like I don't give a shit. I'm traveled all over the place. You want to see my passport? There's no pages left. That's why I got a new one. I used to travel like every 3 months. I was traveling, going to the states, go to Boston, New York, Atlanta. I went to Portugal, Germany, Canada. Like I'm been all over the fucking place. And it's like now I'm like, yeah, I'll go. When I feel like it, I'll go. I don't know. I just don't really care. I'd rather be home, to be honest, in my own bed. You know, not spending all that money when I travel. You know, and then you got to worry about COVID. You got to worry about going to a hotel full of fucking noise and racket and listening to shit, people banging fucking doors, and I can't stand that shit, man. That's one thing I don't like when I go away. When I go in a hotel, people have like no common courtesy. They don't give a shit. Shouting, carrying on, banging. Like they don't say loud. People are next door sleeping. Let me give them some respect. No way in hell. No, I'm on strike. I'm on strike tonight. No cards. I left them all outside. A spirit card? I'll think about it. Let me see what I got here. Did I give you a postcard, spirit card yesterday? I can't even remember what I did. I'm not a liar. Well, I gave you one, so then I can't give you another one. Yeah. I thought I gave you a postcard yesterday. I got a card for you. I got one for you. I got a special spiritual message for you. All right, this is your card. Be the person you needed when you were a kid. Spirit says, do you need someone who protected you? Do you need unconditional love? Do you need more attention? Do you need praise? Did you need to know someone who had your back? You're a big kid now, and you can do that, and that little pipsqueak still lives inside of your rib cage. Be the person you needed when you were a kid. See, when you were a kid, when we all were kids, we were like, who's got my back? Who's protecting me? See, now you can do that yourself. See? Yeah. You want to be a Toys R Us kid. See, spirit is like that. I'm gonna give myself one of these cards. I like these cards. I hardly ever use them. Toys R Us kid. Can't remember how it goes down. All right. What does this say? People aren't ignoring you, love bug. People are busy as fucks with their lives, and the way to stop feeling ignored is to get busy with yours. Take up knitting if you have to, get into it. No one is ignoring you. They're probably just reading or something. Go read. The day you stop worrying whether or not someone is ignoring you is the day you get busy as fuck living in your own life. Oh shit. I think it's the opposite. I think people are saying, why is Mark ignoring me? He must be busy with his life. No, I'm ignoring your ass because I want to. Virgo, you want one of these? It's called Spiritual as Fuck. It's like funny ass shit. All right, your card is, so you want to be a badass? Show your heart to everyone. And it says, it takes a lot of courage to be authentic in this world. Showing your heart doesn't mean you're soft all the time, or that you're a hot mess or a doormat. It means you're showing up fully as yourself. You know what's weak as fuck, living a fake ass life trying to please others. Ain't that true? I like that. I've never pulled this card before. It means you're showing up fully as yourself. And you know what's weak as fuck? Living a fake ass life trying to please everybody else. Ain't that true? Yep. Show your heart to everyone. Yeah, it is. I love this deck. It's funny as hell. There's another one I want to get it eventually. It's like a blue one. It has like different messages. You're welcome. Just have a good laugh, you know. Ninja's here, so we have to have a good laugh. All right. That was cool. I like getting messages like that. It's fun. Meanwhile, mine says, you know, don't believe people are ignoring you. You know, go get a life. You know, go do something with yourself. Ain't nobody ignoring you, Mark. Get a life, bro. No, spirit, no. You know what that means. They're trying to say to me, don't ignore these people because they're getting mad at you because you ignore them. No, I know I ignore some people, that's for sure. I don't got no time for that shit. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I also pulled out this deck the other day too. It's called the Rebel Deck Couples Edition. I haven't used this one forever. I used to use this every Saturday night and talk shit. It's funny as hell. I can tell you, last time I used this, Sue got me this deck too. Let me see what it says for me. I ain't gave myself no cards in a long time. Let me see what it says for me. Here we go, see? Mine says, fuck feelings. You have logic for a reason. Use it. Fuck feelings. You have a logic for a reason. Use it. Amen. Fuck your feelings. Give a fuck what you think. Alright. Let's have some fun. Alright, Ninja, what are we gonna get for you, Ninja? Alright, Ninja, your card says sit back and relax. Oral love is in your future. OMG. Sit back and relax. Oral love is in your future. Oh boy. Please take that image out of my brain. Okay. Alright, Virgo, let's see what we got for you. If you don't want that, then just sit back and relax. All right. Virgo, your card says, want shit to be different? Change yourself first. Want shit to be different? Change yourself first. All right, there you go. We all got cold out. I used to use this deck all the time too. I used to have so many good laughs. So I used to use it on Instagram, not on here. I bring some of my other decks downstairs. Yeah, of course, you know. All right, I'm over here yawning. It's midnight. I better go get my ass to sleep. I'm going to go get night, sleep. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I should be here tomorrow at some point in time. Last night and tonight was fun. I had good conversations and it's nice seeing everybody. You know, got to stay positive and not let shit bother us so much. All right. Good night, Ninja. Good night, Virgo. Take care. Love you guys. Be safe.